Hello and welcome to the first match of StarLadder Season 4 of today for me. First out of 5, because there's going to be 5 matches today with a lot of awesome teams in there, as we have got Navi back from China. Mousesports Fnatic also playing today, though not on my stream I believe. But you can all check that out on my website, of course, on the caster section, where you see all the matches of today and you see who's casting what. As for example, even if you wanted to, you can just sit back in your chair and only watch Navi matches for the entire night. I think that's possible with all the matches they have today. But we are here with Sven Hunters and 25, and we are gonna see how they are gonna do against each other. It's just one match, and as you can see, both of these teams do not have a spot in the top 10. I will give you the top 10 regardless, just so you're aware of what's going on right now. As you see Fnatic on top of there with 24 points, and Mouse and Navi are actually still together, of course, still with 7 games, but that will change today. Both teams have got 3 matches today for StarLadder, so we're gonna see how they're gonna be doing, as Empire also has a chance to get some points again today. But these two teams are mainly fighting to also get in that top 10, and more importantly, to get away from that bottom 4, because the bottom 4 will be, well, not so happy, because the bottom 2 will regardless drop away and go to the Pro Series rather than the Star Series, which is basically the Division 2, this Pro Series that is. And the 2 above that will be having to fight against people from the Pro Series, teams from the Pro Series, to still have a chance or have that spot in the StarLadder Series. So they want points. It is that simple. And we're gonna see who is gonna take those points, as we have already Sven Hunters banning out the Undying and the Bounty Hunter, Magnus and Bedrider banned out for 25, and we're having a Darkseer pick up first. And once again, I mean, I know some of you are wondering, why does the Dire have first pick? Well, it's very simple. The team that is in the lobby complete with their lineup first can choose. Do they want to have first pick, or do they want to choose which side they are on? And Sven Hunters was first in this match. Was first in the lobby, that is. So they chose first pick, and then 25 said, okay, well, if you have first pick, we want to have Radiant. And the reason they are picking Radiant lately over Dire, if of course everybody used to pick Dire because the Roshan advantage, but Radiant is actually a bit better in regards to lane control, specifically on that mid lane, to pull the creeps and to deny lanes to the mid hero of your opponent. So on their side, you're sometimes, depending on what the lineup is for your opponent team, you're sometimes forced to go for a dual lane or forced to give something up on your mid lane. As we're seeing 25 picking up a Queen of Pain. So going for a Queen of Pain rather than a Templar Assassin who is still in the pool, that is interesting to see. And we're gonna see what they're gonna pick up next. I mean, Sven Hunters already have the Darkseer, so already have a long lane solo, and maybe 25 wants to just secure that as well. Of course, we still have a lot of people, a lot of heroes in the pool that are normally picked up very fast, like the Rubik, like the Jakiro, like the Sven. I mean, they're still in the pool, like the Wispy even. And so all those heroes, though, apart from the Jakiro, I guess, are pretty defining on what kind of tactic you're gonna do. And that is going to be Rubik picked up. Okay, Rubik also not very defining for the lineup. And that's going to be there. Sorry, I had to do that. I had to post something in my chat for people that wanted to know where to find different matches, because I'm always a fan. I mean, I know I might be sending people away with telling where other matches are being found, but I just want people to watch Dota. I don't care where. It's a bit stupid in a way, I guess. Oh well, who cares? Rubik picked up here by 25, so they'll have everything that Sven Hunters is also gonna have, in a way. And a good support at that. Not only a support though. Rubik is of course one of those heroes that can fulfill multiple roles, so in that sense leaving Sven Hunters at a bit of a guess to how 25 is actually gonna run it, because Queen of Pain could be on a solo lane and then Rubik solo mid. I have to say though, I'm expecting Rubik to be a support, but you know, you never know what is exactly possible. And we're gonna see what Sven Hunters is gonna be picking up. And that is gonna be the Luna and the Chen. So Luna, a hero that we have seen today. If you were watching Beyond the Summit today, we have seen her a lot actually. And I say Beyond Summit because of course there is gonna be Luna that was picked up by I believe MUFC, and as well as LGD International, or no, LGD normal. There. Wow. Without admins, where will you be? But yeah, it's gonna be the Chen also to be picked up there. So that's a jungle hero secured for them. And 25 already saying, you know what? We're probably not going to go for jungle hero, but we're just going to go for a tri-lane and make sure that your Luna is going to have a hard time if they're going to go for an aggressive tri-lane, or make sure that the Darkseer is not going to get a foot in the door at all and is going to be sitting at level 1 for a long time, or be forced into their own jungle where Sven is already at, of course. As we have got some bans there, as we have got Leshrac for 25. Chaos Knight is going to be the ban there for Sven Hunters. Sven Hunters, I mean, it's fairly simple for Sven Hunters to ban out heroes right now, because they know right now Rubik, Keeper of the Light, probably going to be a trial lane. So they ban out carries, and they ban out the ones that they don't want to be facing. So like the Chaos Knight, like the Sven even, if Sven Hunters wants to ban out their Sven. But it is definitely those kind of heroes that you want to be banning out. Those kind of strong trial lane heroes, maybe even a Gyrocopter. I mean, who knows what they can ban out. 25 on turn, I mean, they ban out the Leshrac. For them to ban out heroes, they have to ban out a mid-hero still, because we're expecting Luna to be on a dual lane, and that's also why we see Leshrac banned out, because they were expecting perhaps Leshrac together with Luna. Sven Hunters so far, I mean, they're kind of giving away what they want to do here. And of course, there's still the Templar Assassin. I have to say that 25, with picking up the Queen of Pain, they already have a mid-hero that can lane against the Templar Assassin. So Sven Hunters might not be comfortable in picking that up, and Sven Hunters actually picking up or banning out the Lifestealer. Interestingly enough, Nightstalker now being banned out as well for the mid lane for 25. Don't want to be facing that one, of course, with that silence, a bit of a counter towards the Queen of Pain, and at nighttime he will be able to kill off the Queen of Pain if he picks up a level in that silence. But Sven Hunters banning out the Lifestealer, I am kind of surprised about that, because Lifestealer normally a counter towards the Sven in a way. He's still very strong on tri-lane. We have seen him before, but mostly we have seen him only against Sven. So I'm kind of curious to see maybe if Sven Hunters wants to pick up their own Sven, even though it doesn't really fit into their lineup. But then they would have a Luna mid, and Luna mid versus the Queen of Pain. That's not gonna end well for the Luna, that is.
5 seconds remaining.
So we're waiting for the last ban out from Sven Hunters. Is it gonna be that Sven? Is it gonna be something else? Maybe even a Phantom Lancer, Phantom Lancer Keeper of Light, gonna be painful. But there, I have to say, there's still a lot of options for carries on the side of 25. And if they really want to be expecting a Sven still to be picked up, or if they want to somehow work the Sven into their lineup, then they could still pick up something like a Faceless Void, or ban out something like a Faceless Void. But no, they ban out the Tidehunter, ban out the solo lane for 25, because of course that is also a hero next to the carry. The Tidehunter is a long lane solo because, you know, next to the carry they also need to pick up a solo lane. Windrunner's still in the pool though, so everything is still, or a lot of options are still there for 25, but Sven Hunters just don't want to be having that team fight around, so we'll be banning that out. I mean, and as I said at the start already, in theory, 25 still has the luxury of putting Keeper of Light on a solo lane, long lane. Rubik mid, Queen of Pain, solo or short lane. I mean, everything is possible with their lineup. It might not be all too conventional, but it is possible. And now the Templar Assassin still being banned out, so that Sven Hunters have to consider something else for their mid lane solo. And are now thinking about that, as we have both teams, by the way, in case you're wondering why do they have so little bonus time, it is because both teams has got some penalty, I believe. At least one of them got that, but yeah, 22 seconds on either team. Kinda convenient. We're gonna see what we are gonna be picking up for Sven. And now in the reserve time, this is the last time that they have, and it's not that much, and it's gonna be Jakiro still. So Jakiro Luna will be a dual lane, as I mean, Jakiro, really, what can we say about that one? A support hero that is basically super strong right now. It's just that simple. 25. Let's see if they took the time that Sven Hunters took to think about their own picks. Or if they already want to give away that carry. We're going for mid lane now, or sorry, long lane solo, off lane.
10 seconds remaining.
Also taking their time, and also they don't have that much bonus time left.
Reserve time.
I'm kind of thinking, I mean, there's so many options still for that tri-lane, and I do think that the Sven is still a pretty nice hero to have combined with that tri-lane. Because, I mean, Sven is a very mana-deprived hero,
remaining.
So Keeper of Light Chakra Magic there will make sure that he can throw the stun a lot,
5
actually.
seconds.
Earthshaker.
Okay, Earthshaker to be picked up, so that's gonna be still a tri lane possibly, but Rubik is gonna be solo mid, or Keeper of the Light is gonna be on the off lane. Possibilities, as I said, everything is possible for 25. I mean, we've even seen Earthshaker solo laning. So, in a way, more possibilities. And I think also for Sven Hunters, they now have to think, okay, we were not expecting that one, or I don't think they were expecting it. I mean, when is the last time we've seen an Earthshaker? Come on. A long time ago, for
5
me at
seconds
least.
remaining.
Of course, Jakiro being a semi-Earthshaker with his Ice Path, or at least that's how he's being played for a lot of times, being the defensive hero that can just stop everything in its tracks.
5 seconds remaining.
But Sven Hunter's gonna have the next pickup, and they have to do it now, otherwise they're random. No, that's an off lane.
Team pick.
That's a mid lane. That's a mid lane. For a second there I thought, is it a random or not? It actually fits, so I don't think it's a random. And they're not saying anything about it, so Clockwork it is. And we have seen Clockworks, to be fair.
Anti-mage.
And Anti-Mage steal the carry for 25, so okay. Well, okay, so look at the turtle potential for 25. Fissure, Illuminate, Fate Bolt, Scream from Queen of Pain, maybe even a Sonic Wave if she has an Aghanims. So this is just wait until Anti-Mage is big and then go kill stuff. This is like stepping back into time for a couple of months. Well, apart from the Keeper of Light, but yeah. And of course apart from Sven Hunters, because they picked up the Luna. And they're gonna have something to work on, because of course they've got an okay pushing lineup, but not enough to take down in 25 when they're anti-push. I mean, yeah, they got Sven, Chen and their creeps. I have to just point out though, Sven, not
10
banned,
seconds remaining.
not picked. And that is something that we don't see every day. As I'm just gonna switch overlays because you want to see the entire map. There we go. So so let's see who's playing what. Because we got
Prepare
Nexus
for
playing the
battle.
Anti-Mage, and they don't have a courier yet, but they will. But Nexus Anti-Mage will be on the bottom lane. There will be ZXC playing the Queen of Pain in the mid lane. No real surprise there. We're gonna have Seedoy on the Earthshaker. Seedoy, who's normally the solo lane, so that is gonna be something. It's gonna be, we'll see what you can. He's gonna be on the solo lane, Keeper of the Light, so that will be that. And then also Whack or Zappos Noi will be playing the Rubik on the bottom lane, so that indeed will be a dual lane, maybe a tri-lane top? Dual lane tops? That would not be what they expect. And this is gonna be pushing the lane heavily with an Illuminate, with a Fissure. I like it. 25, spicing things up right here. We're gonna see how SHZ is gonna be dealing with that, because they have picked up the Clockwork, which is
30
gonna be
seconds to
their
battle.
off lane by the looks of it, and it's gonna be played by Werner. I'm gonna see the mid lane is gonna be Chewy or Shui Doda, who's gonna be playing the Darkseer in the mid lane, as I said. So that will also be something that we don't see every day, or well, we see it, but mostly against the Templar Assassin, not against the Queen of Pain. The Queen of Pain won't be having too much issues with that, as the Iron Shell won't reach her. We're gonna see Dex Holt, who is a stand-in in this game. He's gonna be playing that Chen. Blueberry Ninja will be on the Jakiro, and Audio Doda will be playing the Luna on the top lane. So that will be there, as the haste rune will go towards the Dire team, as they're already getting harassed. Look at that! That's just harassment. So that's gonna be that. I mean, if he can hit more stuff with that. Sorry, I'm just a bit too excited to make full sentences. Apparently, this is gonna be really dangerous for the Dire team, and we're gonna see how they're gonna be handling that. They do have a lot of regens, I think, or a couple of regens. There's the standard ones actually, with no regen actually on the Chen. So that is something that he has to watch out for. But we'll see. I think if we're gonna see a first blood, it should be happening top, because bottom lane is just gonna be very defensive. Nexus will just be continuously last hitting, and Werner cannot do that much against it unless he goes awkwardly aggressive, in which case there would be Rubik hanging around there with a telekinesis, and Werner will be forced back. And he also, of course, will get mana drain soon, as Anti-Mage get level 6 or level 2 rather, and he just gets some harassment there. He even is able to throw out some harassments up on the Rubik. And that's going to be a lane also being pushed down to the Radiant side, as we have an Illuminate. Oh, Jesus. Sorry. Oh, I must not curse. But that is just going to be the lane here. Self gone. 2 Tango is already gone. So if I'm going to say, like, I was going over where we can expect first blood. So I was starting bottom because I wasn't expecting it there. Then I would have gone mid because, well, even if Darkseer plays really carelessly, then he might be going down mid, but I don't think he should.
Keep away.
Not with the surge away anyway. But yeah, and then I would come top, because I think this would be a lane where there is indeed a high potential for a first blood, especially with the amount of harassment that can come out from the Radiant team. And of course the Chakra Magic already up on the Keeper of the Light, so no mana issues for either one of these. As Jakiro is going to try to do what he can to maybe deny some creeps and keep the lane at least in the court of the Luna, but at the same time, now already getting harassed at the tower. If the Keeper of Light, he can just stand here because there's no vision here for the Dire team, and he would be able to. Oh, wait a second, Fissure, Keeper of Light, get locked inside an ice path, and that's a lot of damage going through, and that's a first blood. Blueberry Ninja coming in, and of course the Test of Faithfulness, Jen helping out, Dex Holt making a difference. And that's going to be first blood going the way of Sven Hunter, so that's at least the advantage 3 versus 2. It doesn't mean that Luna is out of trouble just yet though. And she didn't even pick up the first blood herself. I mean, it was the Jakiro that did that, and he instantly got booted, so that's good. And it looks like... yeah, that was actually... I hope that Sentry Ward, because there was a Sentry Ward on the floor right here, and I did think it was from the Radiant side, because they have already placed one. And they were in the process of switching the other, but it just got stolen by Audiodota. They have an extra Sentry Ward in their inventory right now. That is just how it goes, and this Earthshaker is gonna farm up nicely, by the way. If it's one thing that's dangerous, it is farmed Earthshakers, because you always underestimate those, or at least I do. I doubt that professional players actually do that, but you know, it's still something that you don't see every day, so that you might not be used to. As we have again Audiodota getting harassed. There's still no ward here for the Dire team, but oh, nice steal from farm from the Keeper of the Light. But yeah, he can just send an Illuminator to harass Audio, and Audio does not have any regens anymore, so he is going to be in some trouble. Does Jakiro have any regens to give him still? He has a 1 tango, and that's it. So he is going to give that probably soon, and then Audiodota is on his own. On his own indeed, and that's indeed going to be his tango right there, given away. And we'll see how 25 is going to be trying to harass him a bit more. As Queen of Pain in the meantime, 12 for 5 last hit so far, with Chewie so far 20 for 1, so actually getting ahead from the Queen of Pain. Queen of Pain, in theory this should not happen, because the Iron Shell makes it easier to last hit, because it's just gradual damage. As we have the top lane getting ganked again, Chen coming in from the low ground, Steroid gonna be locked in a snare, but Fissure hits still. Ice Path does not hit anything, Steroid in a lot of trouble, losing beam going through, one more hit, and it's this time Audio that gets a kill. Audio that has to back off now without regens, but he got Tranquil Boots. That's a nice way to solve that. Illuminate will not hit. Nope, will not hit. And that's going to be 2 kills going the way of Sven Hunter so far. With the idea for 25 is very nice, but the outcome so far not really working out, with that Chen coming out of the jungle constantly to try and do something there. And of course the Radiant side, yes they had sentry wards, but they don't have other wards. They didn't see the Sven coming in, so they were just blind at that gank that came out there. As we have got the bottom lane in the meantime, Anti-Mage 28 for 7. He is actually on top of the last hits in the nice right now with no mana left on the clockwork, so he has to be careful, but he does still have a lot of consumables. As we're gonna see a lot of harassment. No, they back away again. Actually, harassment came out from Nexius, and Werner, he's not too scared to just be hanging around here, and it's actually forcing out Anti-Mage to use his last consumable, last salve. But at the same time, Anti-Mage does have his Ring of Health, because he just has very good farm with Darkseer. I mean, I was saying it earlier. It should be very easy to deny farm from a Darkseer, because I was saying graduate damage, and you can deny it, you know exactly when they're gonna hit 0. But apparently Queen of Pain, I mean, she's got 5 denies, not something that you would expect, and she's just letting it go anyway. She is getting last hits for herself, she's got 26, which is definitely not bad, but it's not what you would expect if you're up against a Darkseer versus the Queen of Pain. But so far, so good, and she's now actually even again with the Darkseer. As Darkseer has picked up a Soul Ring, so Shui has that, and he will be spamming out his Iron Shell a bit more than he was before. Of course, one of the main differences in this game is that we have 2 dual lanes for 25, and we have one solo lane and a dual lane on the side lanes, apart from the mid lane, of course. for Sven Hunters, which means that this Chen is getting experience and gold in the jungle that their opponent team is not. As Darkseer, Shui in some trouble, but now gonna get help. Collab hits. It's gonna be Queen of Pain that drops, and that's the 3rd kill going the way of Sven Hunters. Dex Holt picking that one up, and he's been involved in all 3 kills so far. So I just said he's making a difference with getting experience and farming the jungle. Well, he is making a difference all around the map on each and every lane rather than just in the jungle with getting that gold. He's also getting those kills, so good job for him right there. As we have still the top lane, it is Luna that's actually also farming okay-ish with Earthshaker. Still a bit behind, and they're not going to be able to get the harassment in again by the looks of it. They're now going to be helped though. Queen of Pain has got her Sonic Wave. Fisher going through a Scream, and that's a kill, and that's a bit of an overkill, but it's a kill with, we'll see what you can. Picking up the last hit, and ZXC gonna get some mana and then moving his way back towards the middle lane, as we have got the smoke up for the Chen, but there's nobody middle. And where did the Darkseer go to? Oh, he went to base. Lame. Hiding under the core here, but yeah, the Chen here waits for the Queen of Pain to be back on his lane and then smokes up, goes for this middle lane. We'll see what you can. Does spot him. It is nighttime. Ward being placed instantly, and there he goes. There's a stun. Also Test of Fate going through, and a Lucent Beam from Audio will finish him off, and that is again a kill on the top lane. Again a kill towards the Luna. She is the only one that died so far on her team, but she's been in 3 kills. Got 2 last hits for herself. I don't think she's too sad about that. As we have Queen of Pain going down the mid lane as well. Another gank, this time helped by the Clockwork, who used his hook to get in range. Queen of Pain not able to blink out, because that's something that you can do. The Battery Assault actually cancels the blink animation from Queen of Pain time and time again. So that's something that is going to be something to keep in mind for sure. As Clockwork, I mean, he's not had that easy of a time bottom. I mean, the anti-mage is still there. I've said it before. I mean, 25, they have got the anti-mage in the perfect turtle lineup, so they're definitely not out of this fight yet. But Clockwork now also getting a bit more farm now that he was involved in that kill. And even if he doesn't get as much farm on the bottom lane, if he can get it with ganks, then that's all the same for him. And Queen of Pain back on full HP and mana, gonna be up against Darkseer again. Look at this aggression already from the Darkseer. Ward being placed there, defensive ward up on the high ground. And I'm not sure what what DXC is gonna do here, because he's just gonna stand next to the Iron Shell invisibility room from the. Oh, he was invisible. That's why. I was curious. What is he doing? Why is he standing here? But that was an invisibility rune and an Iron Shell. Of course, the very annoying thing that you can do if you have an invisibility rune. We're not gonna find him. Is there gonna be cogs? He needs the cogs. Blink away first. And there's a hook steal. And that's the cogs. And that is the kill. We're not picking it up. And they're gonna be pushing the tower. In the meantime, Queen of Pain. Oh, that was the Queen of Pain going down. What am I saying? He didn't miss a kill. So yeah, tier 1 tower fortification is gonna go out as we have an Ice Path going through, locking in the Earthshake. Will land Fisher that doesn't hit anything. And Luna again, this time with the Eclipse, picking up the kill. 3 kills for her now as she picks up the Ring of Basilas and the Wristband. We'll have a Ring of Aquila soon. Well, we'll have it basically just as the courier to bring it to her. She has 1k gold already. She's of course gonna be the one that has to take it on against the anti-mage, and we're looking at the net worth, and we do see her slightly behind anti-mage. So even with her kills, this anti-mage that's getting free farm is still so very dangerous. Let's see if he wants to go for he's gonna go Battle Fury first, or probably. He's got 2200 gold. He is a rich anti-mage. Of course, the one thing that we have to also keep in mind, basically all the fights that 25 has done so far has all been 4-on-5, or at least it's only everybody apart from the anti-mage that's responding to fights and is TPing in and helping to gank and stuff. While for Sven Hunters, they are actually all over the map, and they are ganking a lot more with a lot more different people than that 25 is. At the Ice Path gonna hit, and the Keeper of Light dual breath going through as well. Here comes the gank in from a hasted Chewy. Vacuum back in with you, and that's gonna be a kill. Chewy picking it up. Fisher did not help there anymore. I don't think it would have if it would have landed on the other side. Not with that Iron Shell. In the meantime, there is a gank, and this time it was the anti-mage that was the target. Anti-mage also not able to blink away from the cogs from the Clockwork, and it was the Chen that picked up the kill there with the ensnare from the Troll Warlord with the it's actually called ensnare. Cool. So that is gonna be anti-mage going down for the first time this game. Doesn't mean that he's out of the picture. He's still doing very good on the farm. He did lose a lot of gold, but we'll be continuing his farm anyway, as the tower is going to get a second tower in the game to go down. both have gone down on the side of 25,
Radiant's
as
bottom
we're
tower
seeing
is
on the
under
top
attack.
lane. Audio Dota continuing to
Radiant's
farm.
bottom tower
He's
has
got
fallen.
1800 gold. Curious to see what he's going to go for as the first item, as he is of course one of those heroes that could potentially go for BKB first, but no, he's gonna go for the Helm of the Dominator first. He's not getting ganked. He doesn't have to worry about being in those massive team fights where he's gonna get shut down a lot. So Helm of the Dominator is a bit better right now. You can also have a wolf chasing him down to get that damage aura up. Would of course be a nice addition to that. As Keeper of Light's gonna run into a sentry ward there. So another ice path. I have seen this situation before. This time no help from Werner or from a Darkseer, but doesn't matter. Audio is still here to pick up the kill. And I have seen that exact situation before, haven't you? Yeah, I think you have. That was indeed that. In the meantime, tier 2 tower bottom, gonna get a Ras. Anti-Mage taking his sanctuary in the jungle to continue from there, and actually now TPing bottom still to continue his farm, as the rest of Sven Hunters is backing off. They got the response that they wanted, and that is all that they came for. As we have got Casper disconnecting, which is of course the Russian caster that's cast in this match. But you should be back. You should be back. Definitely be back. Couriers. They just had the courier walking through. They didn't see him, I guess. And it's a ranged courier. But they got 2 blink heroes. I didn't even point that out yet. 25. It's got like blink on Queen of Plane, blink on the anti-mage. And both of those heroes, I mean, they will be shut down by the clockwork. We saw it already. Clockwork can't do that. And even if you do manage to blink away, there's a hook that's gonna chase you down. Double damage activated by Queen of Pain. Maybe start of the first tower going down, but even if they do, they will trade it with a tier 2 tower on the bottom lane going down. So that is 3 towers down in favor of Sven Hunters. As I mean, yeah, 25 has got a turtle lineup, but the thing that they shouldn't be doing is giving away too much to Sven Hunters without getting anything in return, and that's what they're doing right now. The Anti-Mage is getting some farm in return, and time in return as well, but it's not as much as they're giving away. Not with those towers going down as well. But then again, can they actually fight that? Maybe Queen of Pain can have some more impression on the game. Queen of Pain, who actually did not spec her Shadow Strike, interestingly enough. Just gone for full blink and full Scream of Pain. As Clockwork is the one to go down the bottom lane. Fisher helping out, Rubik getting the last hit. And Zapasnoy, happy with that gold. Because he didn't have that much to begin with, and maybe now he can finish up his magic wand. As we have Jakiro, Keeper of the Light. We'll see what you can. He's already died 4 times. Out of the 10 kills that Sven Hunters has, 4 are on the Keeper of Light. Here comes the Ice Path. It hits. Here comes Luna as well, and that's even Eclipse being used for that. A bit overkill, I would imagine, especially with Chewie there as well. But hey, they're gonna get a tower in return, so who cares about overkill? It's not like he's gonna try to team fight anytime soon anyway. He's just gonna farm on the top. And that will indeed be the tower to go down as Luna gets the last hit for that. Not like she needed more farm, but she wants it. She's got 2300 gold and is definitely a happy Panther girl. As we're gonna have Anti-Mage. Yes, he's almost got his Battle Fury complete, but actually he has it if he's just going to Roshan to pick that one up. But it is still, I mean, it's a 40-minute Battle Fury. It's not bad. But he also doesn't have the power threads, which you kind of need if you want to be having that massive impact inside the jungle to continue his fights there. Because Battle Fury is all nice, but it is nice if you got that attack speed with it. Other than that, it is just a bit of a... well, not a waste or anything, it's still good. Oh, and they want to go for this Mana Leak needed. Mana Leak, more Fisher also hitting, more right clicks to go. He doesn't need that much mana actually. Battery Assault going through, Hand of God going through, locks himself inside with the Anti-Mage, and he's gonna go down indeed. Anti-Mage picking the kill up. More gold for Nexus, as that haste rune definitely helped out with that as well. But he is gonna get some people incoming that want revenge, and that's why they TP out. Smart choice, as they do have a ward there. They saw them coming in, and that's gonna be an end to that Ice Path. Was too late. And a good escape from the Anti-Mage, who actually TP tough to continue his farm there, since Luna is actually continuing in the jungle, since the lane is pushed out and she doesn't want to be in range of that tier 2 tower too much, because the ganking potential is just too much. In the meantime, it's gonna be tier 1. It's gonna get a Raster. Chewie will be here, TP and also from the Clockwork. Let's see if they can catch someone like the support Rubik. Rocket flying through. Rubik vacuum back in, trying to get away. Still stole actually the rocket flare. And then Blinding Light trying to help out as well, and they stopped the chase so successfully. And 4 heroes here now mid on the side of Sven Hunters, with one just TPing top to continue from there. Anti-Mage going inside the jungle. He has almost now got his got his power threads and picked indeed up that Gloves of Haste rather than going for the Belt of Strength first, because the Gloves of Haste is the one that you want. You want that attack speed, and that's going to be sorted for him right now as he's waiting maybe for a possible gank with Earthshaker there as well. Luna, of course, one of the heroes that cannot blink away, doesn't really have an escape. The only escape that she would have is if people TP into her tower to help her out.
Dire's top tower is under attack. Dire's structures are fortified.
As we have Roshan being taken down by Sven Hunters right now. And I don't think that 25 has any idea that this is going on. The pipe now up on the Darkseer, mechanism up on the Chen. Looks like Sven Hunters is almost ready to try and take this a bit further with maybe a 5-man push, but they do need the Luna for that, and Luna is building towards her BKB by the looks of it. Yeah, she has got already the Minthra Hammer and the Ogre Axe, so we'll only need the recipe, and that's only 500 gold away. So that is fairly close there. And yes, they take the Roshan, but it doesn't look like 25 is getting anything in return. They were still hoping for a gank, and now the TP comes in. Not just one though, it is Chewie as well as the Jakiro coming in by the looks of it. Yes, it is. And Luna already there, and they force 25 away. So no tier 1 tower going down. Fisher will stop Chewie in his path. Very abrupt Fisher from my point of view, but there was a bit of hate coming up from Seedoy. I don't blame him. No chase, no kill. So that's gonna be that. I mean, still no towers going down on the side of Sven Hunters, and if they would have had some wards here, which of course were counter-warded, but then they would have known that Roshan would have been taken down, and then they could have gone for the tower, but they were just too expectant on trying to get a gank in that they weren't able to do it, and by the time they realized it was too late. Blink away, Queen of Pain, and that's the hook. Hooks to the Rubik though. Telekinesis up on the Clockwork, locks himself outside the Cox with that one. And that's going to be blinding light going through. Fisher as well. Will they go in on this? Echo Slam is the Earthshaker thinking, but Earthshaker saw the pipe up and thinks, okay, wait, I'm not going to go anymore. So that's going to be that, and that's a smart choice, because he was kind of advertising his Echo Slam. As you saw easily everybody from Sven Hunters moving backwards rather than going for an Earthshaker. That is of course a fairly supportish hero right now, but that's also why we're seeing Earthshaker building towards a Blink Dagger, or at least saving up for a Blink Dagger, because that's the one that he wants. He wants to be able to throw out those Echo Slams, otherwise why have an Echo Slam? As Queen of Pain takes some farm in this mid lane here. She's on dangerous ground though. Vacuum back in, there will be a net as well, but the Blink, oh, misclick on the net, it was on the range creep. Be ashamed, Daxhold. He had such good involvement. He actually got a Gem of True Sight now also, just to make sure there's no map control at all for 25, and that's something that's very needed. You need to be able to have that map control. You need to be able to have your anti-mage farming, otherwise he will be ganked, and you want him to be able to farm in your jungle safely. But that's also why what the dire side knows. So they placed a ward here. They have wards covering the access to the jungle, so they know exactly where that anti-mage is going to be, if he's indeed in that Radiant jungle. As we have Seedoy still on the run from Chewie. I'm not sure what he's thinking, but he will be dying. Yeah, that's gonna be him down, and Audio just picking up that kill with a mega kill for himself. Only died that once that we saw earlier in the game. Has got 6 kills, has been in 8 kills, and is now TPing onto the Queen of Pain. Forced to blink away for that one. As we have Chen actually not dying just yet at all in this game, actually, with also the Jakiro and the Darkseer not dying. Darkseer, who was on the hard lane, is actually going to be having involved in the 4 kills. Queen of Pain, hook hits, Queen of Pain goes down, and Werner picks up the kill, so doing definitely a great job. Oh, Darkseer was in the mid lane, of course, but yeah, not dying versus Queen of Pain. Should not have happened. Should not have happened. And that mid lane going the way of the Darkseer versus the Queen of Pain, I think. Illuminates goes through, look at that damage. Mechanism being used instantly. There's also Hand of God if they want to use it. Tier 2 tower, gonna get pressured of course with the BKB completed from Luna. There's nothing more that's really gonna stop them from taking this game, and they don't want to make it too late, because then the anti-mage will be too big, because he has now got his items to just continue farming and continue getting ahead, while the rest of the team, or while Sven Hunters is actually already ready now, especially with that BKB up on the Luna. They do take the tier 2 tower, get forced back afterwards, but we're gonna see them playing a bit more aggressive, I would assume, unless they're happy facing an anti-mage late game, which I don't think anybody should be. You can easily overlook that fact, as we have a Yasha already up on Nexus, as he's going for that man style, of course, and he's just now happily farming half HP for him, but, you know, he doesn't really care too much as long as he doesn't get ganked, which might happen because Jakiro is on his way towards the bottom lane. In the meantime, Ancients are getting stacked here, of course, for the Luna to make sure she gets all that farm up. There's no creep wasted. A lot of free gold going there. Jakiro, though, oh, that's okay. Rubik is gonna be there, but he's invisible, so he's fine. Rubik also not dying yet. He's only been involved in one kill, the kill that he took for himself also, and he is gonna be the one that's gonna be defending the... Oh, I was gonna say he's probably gonna ward here, but he still wards, but he dies. They know he warded though, and Chen can just walk up there and destroy his ward. Maybe they haven't seen a Gem of True Sight yet, but if you see that other people see you place a ward, that's never a good thing. But maybe they didn't see, who knows. In the meantime, Queen of Pain finding death on the top lane. 3 heroes for that. Wow! This looks awkward. The pipe was the wrong way.
Top tower is under attack.
But yeah, tier 2 tower. Last one standing on the side of 25. And I mean, yeah, 25 has turtle potential. But is this enough gold to turtle for? As in... Will they be able to turtle against this gold difference, which is now going towards the 12k? I haven't looked at the differences just yet, because we know that Sven Hunters is just heavily in favor, and this is of course not only the kill gold, but also the tower gold and experience for the kills. Of course, 12 kills more than our opponent has, as indeed the last tier tower drops. But that is gonna be that, and that's gonna be not good for 25. I'm not sure if they can be turtling against that, but they're gonna try. I mean, their anti-mage, who knows? He can get big enough. It's an anti-mage. We have seen it done before. Though of course he's up against that Luna, and that Luna is pretty damn dangerous. Now also with the Yasha, also going for Manta style. And Satanic of course as well at some point. I'm gonna get pretty farmed. She's actually on higher gold per minute than the anti-mage is. Net worth also higher, as they're just gonna go on the bottom lane. There's no tower here anymore, so this is a pushing for the tier 3, and they will try to force out anti-mage TP out of that one, as Earthshaker finally picks up his Blink Dagger. So we'll finally try to get a good Echo Slam in it, as I don't think we've seen an Echo... Well, apparently we did see an Echo Slam. I didn't see an Echo Slam.
Radiant
is blind. Hook in. It gets. We'll see what you can. Ice Path. And Eclipse being used. The rest of 25 being forced away from this one, but they don't care about heroes. They care about towers. Beacon activated on Luna. Queen of Pain coming in now as well. Maybe able to throw out a good Sonic Wave if you can hit a couple of people with it. Might be a good way to initiate, but then again they don't have an Echo Slam and they kind of want it. But they get the tier 3 back off. No harm done. They don't lose anything apart from mana, but even so, they don't even lose mana.
Dire's top tower is under attack.
And they smoke up. The only one not hit by the smoke is Jakiro, placed over on the top ground. Vacuum back in. Nexus, if they can get him now, will be a massive kill. Ice Path Nexus is gonna go down. Clockwork drops as well, though. Sonic Wave going through, but as you can see, barely doing any damage. Pipe up against shortly as well in 6 seconds will mean that the Illuminate will not do anything anymore, as they will still go through now, but no, they won't care too much about that. With the anti-mage gone, they might be able to take this fight. They are waiting for the next creep wave. They need that creep wave. And with that, they will try to push in again, probably. They don't really have anything that they have to wait for. Maybe for the Clockwork, who of course died there to the Rubik. But yeah, it looks like they have to wait for that one. Rubik, who has stolen the Eclipse, which is of course why the Clockwork died. As the Manta Style is up on the Luna now, so that also will be up for the next fight. And she has it in her inventory instantly. Keeper of Light mechanism up on him also. Queen of Pain still building to her BKB. I mean, we haven't really looked at items yet for the Radiant side, but that's because they haven't got any towers, meaning they don't have that much gold yet. We saw the Blink Dagger being picked up by the Earthshaker. We saw, of course, the Anti-Mage, who now has his Manta Style complete as well. But other than that, there's just not that much on the heroes for 25. And this Queen of Pain actually being fairly sad, being below Clockwork, below Chen, and is actually almost on par with the support Jakiro of Sven Hunters, which is not something that you really want to see on your solo mid Queen of Pain. And look at the map control for the Dire side. They have a map on the high ground, they have a map in the base of their opponents, in the base of 25. They have a map up the high ground here to make sure that this lane is going to be the one that's going to be covered all the time. If someone moves out here, maybe they can take a kill, maybe they can take a gank. as we have indeed a drawing on the minimap from the clockwork from Werne to make sure that this is covered all the time, because there is also a ward there. So they know exactly when someone is going to try and leave their base. They know exactly where they should be hiding, should be going, as the blade mill is now completed up on Werne, so he'll have that for the next fight, as well as the Chan building towards his Aghanims. And we're gonna see when they are gonna be ready to take a fight again. In the meantime, Nexus still farming 1300 gold in his inventory as he is gonna block the creep spawn. I don't know why he did that. He was really careful not to walk that way, I guess. Smoke up. And there's going to be some creeps going down. Maybe they're going to be able to find the Darkseer. Darkseer picked up an ultimate orb. Maybe going for a hex for one of his team, because if this game lasts too long, then the anti-mage definitely has to be shut down, and you can do that of course with the hex. 3200 gold up on the Darkseer. Fisher hits. Darkseer lost without mana, still pops the pipe, but it's not going to be enough, or is it? Here comes Werne as well. He hooked himself in, activates his blade mail, and more TPs to come. TP out from the Earthshaker, will be able to do so. Blink away from the anti-mage, and no kill being done up on Shui, who was the one that was being initiated on, but he's just way too tanky right now. I'm not sure why Nexus is hanging around there. I was gonna say, he blinks away. No Lucent Beam coming off from the Luna, and now Macropire being laid down in the mid lane. Illuminate going through as well. No creeps for either side. And no fight with that as well. It looks like as Darkseer gets sent back to base to get his mana back up, because of course he was left without any mana on that top lane, with having the anti-mage harass him, anti-mage kill him off even, almost, that is. Wow. I am not sure why people in the chat are going to talk about Magnus, because there is no Magnus in this game. I'm confused. Roshan is in this game though, but soon not anymore, because he's going to be taken down by Sven Hunters, as actually Dex Hold able to pick up 2 Troll Warlords. Nice job for him. Because of course, I mean, it's not only the ensnare is useful, there's 2 blinking heroes. I said it earlier, the ensnare is great against blinking heroes, but also you can make little skeletons, and they actually do a lot of damage. They're super squishy. They just die like in no time. But it is
regeneration.
It is still, if they stay alive, it is a lot of damage going through. In the meantime, top lane gonna be middle lane rather gonna be taking some damage on the tower. Tower can be denied if they want to, and it gets denied as well. Luna denying it actually. Still the second tower going down, so still slightly a bit of gold going to 25. Not as much as they would have wanted, of course, as 25 themselves are just guarding that anti-mage. Anti-mage who picks up a Vladimir's, which is kind of an awkward choice. If you're the last hope for your team, you're gonna have your supports building up a Vlad rather than doing it for yourself. Just so that you are able to focus on the damage items, but he picks the Vlads himself, so it's gonna be going for that. As again, the bottom lane is gonna be where Sven Hunters is. They have all their new items up, and they have the Aegis, they have a pipe, and they walk themselves in there. Illuminator goes through, but won't hurt them because of that pipe, and the tower will be harassed down. With the fortification being popped out from the side, there's going to be an Earthshaker waiting to blink in an Echo Slam. But look at the positioning for Sven Hunters. It's very neat. They are just spread out, making sure there's not going to be a good possibility. There's the hook, hit on Cedoid. No Echo Slam for you, they say. He turns into a piglet, and he is the one to go down to Chewie. As now Queen of Pain blinks herself away. BKB already activated, and they continue to go on the barracks. Sonic Blade going through, also not doing that much. Anti-Mage blinks himself in. This could be the time to turn around, but no! There's an Ice Bath, there is damage, and there's a dead Anti-Mage. With Audio Dota, he has got an H, so he doesn't have to be afraid to die, even though he will die to the Queen of Pain. Buyback from the Anti-Mage. They need to defend their barracks. They are gonna get to defend their barracks, as the Ice Bath does not hit. He wants to go for the Jakiro. Anti-Mage. Will his buyback be worth it? He gets 1 kill. Can he get more? Still takes a lot of damage from this Luna. Men fighting each other. But Sven there and Chen there also try to help out. And here comes the blink in, and he is able to do it. Or will he be sent back? No, he goes down. Queen of Pain picking up the kill again. And that's gonna be Dex Hold still going down. That's 4 heroes down on the side of Sven Hunters. And this could be the turning point with the anti-mage being as farmed as he is. He now got 1700 gold. Yes, he had to buy back for that fight, but he is an anti-mage. That's worth it, and they're gonna get a tower with that as well. Bam! More gold for the anti-mage. And there comes who? Here comes Werner. He wants to get this kill. Blink away though instantly. Nexus is gonna be fine unless Chewie comes in to try and do something. He has got that hex. He uses the hex. There goes the Iron Shell. Surge in. Blink will be there, and he should be safe. Doesn't get to the other side of the river, which was of course his idea, but will be losing the Ancients there, but is gonna be safe. It's just gonna be continuing to farm. No time to waste. Do not go back to heal up. Need farm, need gold. He's got 2400. Is he gonna go for a hard next? Because he does take a lot of damage from that eclipse. But to stop that, you can also go for BKB. So that could be an item for the anti-mage as well. But most importantly of that fight, this thing right here, still standing. And that's something that is very, very good for 25. I mean, we already said how big of their turtle lineup was, but it seemed so hard for them to get it off. They even didn't get the Echo Slam going off, with Tito already going down very fast, and now with the Hex also up on the Dark Seer, it's very hard to get that control over the fights with the Fissures, with the Illuminates, with the Queen of Pain things. Queen of Pain jumping after people trying to pick them off, but having Aegis instead. But it is still, it is a good fight for them. And I guess Sven Hunters, I mean, they focused on the heroes rather than focusing on the buildings. If they would have focused on those barracks, the barracks would have gone down. And they realize though that now that the anti-mage has his buyback on cooldown, this is the time to go. And they go towards the towards the bottom lane again. They want to finish a job. They want to take down these bottom racks, these melee racks, as the Illuminate's already gonna go through. But well, no creeps are gonna get hit by that, or is it? Yeah, maybe no creeps gonna get it. Just heroes. Necropire, yeah, a bit prematurely, I guess. Going down, but they will make sure that the creeps will die faster. Dual Breath going through as well. They indeed go for the barracks. No fortification here. They need to blink in. There's the Echo Slam. And that's Audio Dodo already going down at the start of the fight. It's going to be Chewie next. Vacuum into the Macropire. And that is going to be Sonic Wave going through. The two heroes dead. Buyback from Audio. Now Werner has his label activated. They do not care. They pick him off. Triple kill for Nexus. And he wants more. He wants Audio Dodo again, who just TP'd back here because he's got boots of travel. He's got those boots of travel. The Jakiro already was able to TP out, but that is again defending their barracks. So very important. And the Macropire actually got stolen by the Rubik, so the second Macropire that we saw was actually one from the Rubik. Making a difference there, forcing everything back, and actually Darkseer stood in it also. Maybe he thought it was one of his allies, but yeah, that was not really good for Sven. And that Macropire at the start, it just kind of was wasted. Of course, it does not do damage on buildings, and the creeps weren't there yet. The Dual Breath afterwards did damage the creeps, but again, barracks still stand, and they will heal up slowly, but they will heal up. And if, well, if you can read, if I can read this game properly, Sven Hunters will probably be a bit more careful now that they know they can be picked up that easily, and basically their tactics should now be pick off the anti-mage, or any hero, anti-mage, Queen of Pain, Rubik even, Keeper of Light, before trying to go on that bottom lane again. Just make sure there's not going to be an even fight for them. Basically that. But it might be too late, because his anti-mage, look at the difference in net worth. Yes, he bought back earlier, but so did the Luna. And it's already 3k difference in net worth, and he indeed got himself a BKB, and he's already got 2100 gold again, so he is in very good shape right now. Heart might be the next item to go for, but maybe a Butterfly if he wants to get some more damage off. He's of course the sole carry right now for his team. With Queen of Pain, yeah, she can throw out her Sonic Wave, but she's more about, well, picking off the support right now, I guess, in a way. She has got a BKB, she's got the Ultimate Orb, so she's also going for a Sheep Stick to try to shut down Audio Dodo on his Luna, but we're not sure yet if it's going to be enough. Invisibility Rune, nobody cares about it? Okay. Duly noted. And it looks like we are not... wait a second. I have to read some stuff, because there's of course going to be a game after this one as well. As, yeah. The game after this one, so Na'Vi vs El Pride, will be postponed until, will be delayed until this game is over, because we are with the admin right now, who is going to be having that game going. So that is that. As I have to just make sure that there's also a game caster for it for no, for the Virtus Pro versus Mouse game, which is now as well. Yep. There we go. So, we're back inside this game where basically nothing really changed since the last time we checked. As in, anti-mage still farming. And now, oh, this might be bad audio! Man, whoa, Hand of God goes through, but doesn't matter. Malavoid, it picks him off, and the TP comes too late. And that is a big pickup for the Radiant team. They're not gonna do anything with it. They're not gonna go for the tier 3, or maybe they are. They turn around. They're gonna go for something. Queen of Pain blinking in. She does not have her sheep stick yet, but she can buy it if she wants to. She finds Shui. Shui finds heroes as well. Search himself away. Fisher going down. Ice Path. Is it gonna be more? Echo Slam. Here comes Werner as well with the cogs. Vacuum outside of the cogs though with the Cino. He actually might drop 19 HP. The exclamation mark comes off and the Ice Path misses and Cino is still alive. Blueberry Ninja not able to do the job. Rocket Flares. No. Cino alive. 19 HP. Nice job coming off from 25 here. And a bit miscoordination from Sven Hunters. This game, total turnaround. And sorry again, crap. As we're gonna see this one. Oh. Sorry for this, I apparently have to sort that during the cast, which is not really what's supposed to be doing, as Queen of Pain finds herself an invisible rune inside the vice, now completed up on her. And there we go. So if you want to check out Virtus Pro vs Mouse, which and you want to watch this game, so you know you don't, but I still will say it. It will be on the Good Studio. Drasko and Weapons are going to have a free run to practice a bit of casting. Of course, they're going to cast a Thor Open next weekend on the Good Studio stream, so they will have some castings going on. It's basically a dry run for them casting together, as they haven't really done that before. As here's the gold graph. I just had it up. Gold graph going back to 0. Experience graph. Well, this is not to 0, is it? This is team fight. Team fight. Team fight. Bam. Favorite 25. This is how we remember the anti-mage. This is how we remember how he does it. Farm up. 30 minutes. Eh. And then just take over the game, basically that. And the booster Trevor and Luna not really helping out her just now. Well, maybe a bit. 2700 gold up on her, as we have the telekinesis up on Blueberry Ninja. Ice Path gonna hit on Rubik as well, and there's a hook as well, and that's gonna be a kill, and that's gonna be the gem going the way back of Sven Hunters. And the rest of 25 not able to be there in time, as we have someone being sheeped up, and they find We'll See What You Can. Rocket will fly, Fisher will help out, 4 step forward also to help out, and that's it. That's it for them. Do they want to go in? Anti-Mage illusion from the side, Anti-Mage himself not being there though. So they kinda can't go in, but these illusions will make sure that the push kinda gets delayed. No mid push for you. As we have again on top. Roshan being taken down. Again by Sven Hunters actually. Even with the control that 25 had, they still don't want to get the Roshan, or at least they don't seem to know about the time. Clockwork will pick up the Aegis, and now they will go for the tier 3. They know that all the team is at the Roshan pit, or at least most of them are. And there comes the TP in though. Gonna hear from Chewie first, and there's the Anti-Mage. He wants to go for him. And he doesn't get it. Luna coming in with the Eclipse, and the blinks away are there, and that's the Eclipse being wasted. 134.5-second cooldown now. And they don't want to take this fight just yet. As we have the Anti-Mage, 3,400 gold on that. And by the way, for of course the next game, El Pride versus Na'Vi will be on this channel, and they will wait for us, as we have the admin in the game that is going to be taking that game, going to be hosting that game, as we have a smoke up for some of Sven Hunters, not for all, mind you. There's a Clockwork and Chen that are all in. Surge up for Sui, looking for a target, finds Beck, turns him into a piglet. It's only the support Rubik though. Fisher going through support Rubik is gonna get saved. Leaving no man behind, they say. And actually they want to go for this hook, Latcha, telekinesis, ice pad on the anti-mage. He can still turn this round. He blinks away though. They don't want to take this fight. They don't want to have this fight. Illuminate to go through. Blinding Light as well. Queen of Pain blinking away. Anti-Mage also still blinking away. Fisher going through. Another nice block. Thou shall not fight. That is just Anti-Mage. And this is why Anti-Mage is different than the Jakiro, basically. Holy crap. That is the way it works. 4 staff up on the Rubik as well. I don't know why they didn't take that fight though. They were just not comfortable enough taking it with the Aegis being on their opponent team as well. Butterfly now up on the anti-mage, level 25. So I'm just gonna show the experience graph one more time. But right now, basically, it will be going back to even because the game is lasting long enough for people to reach 25. So it is not going to be a reflection of the reality anymore, not with the anti-base being maxed out in levels. So we're going to check out only the gold graph, which is basically also not the thing that's the one that we should be looking at right now, even though it's dead even almost. But it is the thing about this game right now is decisions. When do you fight? Where do you fight? Or even more so, do you fight? I'm not sure. That is the question. And the ice pad didn't hit on the heroes. He didn't. That was a blind ice pad, but you kind of should know that they will be moving if you do breath them first. Anyway, it is, and these kind of things. I mean, yes, he wants to ward, but he is by himself. He's not long enough. Not long though. Will be Keeper of Light soon as well as the. Oh, turning into Piglet again. Needs Fisher. Fisher hits. Ice Pad as well. They'll do breath as well. 4-star forward. Mechanism being used. Stick Charge being used. There goes the mechanism. Now Chewy up on the high ground with US on the sidelines. It is Chen that drops. Queen of Pain blinks in. Eclipse being used. Blink away from the anti-mage. Do they continue to fight this? It's the question. This is a real anti-mage. He's by himself. He blinks away. Should be fine. Will be fine. And the rest also fine. As a hook doesn't hit anything. Well, actually hits on We'll See What You Can, who does go down to Werner now. An anti-mage popping his beacon beak. Comes back into this. Pipe is up also for the dire team. Queen of Pain blinks in. Screams. Can he do something? We have ZXC being turned into a Piglet. Anti-mage already blinked away again. Vacuum back in on the Queen of Pain. And blinks away as well. Echo Slam now going through. It is going to be Cedar that will pay for that one. Jakiro, Blueberry Ninja picking that one up. And now Nexus looked at that knife bat. Then in Macropyro as well. And he will go down. Not a good fight for 25. Too much Blink Hero. Too much indecisiveness. Going in one after the other. Dying one after the other. And for Sven Hunters, it was just easy. Pick off whichever comes towards you. They're not gonna come at the same time anyway. And Luna also having a butterfly complete, so they still have the chance to take it. The buyback actually came out from the anti-mage. He will continue to farm. He knows what's expected of him. Needs more farm, basically. We have still an invisibility rune sitting on the bottom lane, as we also have Queen of Pain TPing out of that one. With the vacuum on cooldown for the Darkseer, not able to do anything with that anymore, and he knew it, so he's not gonna do anything else there anymore as anti-mage. Farm. Luna, farm. Yeah. Oh, Rubik, farm. Oh my god, he's getting farmed. Yay! He's got 700 gold, he's got a 4 staff, he's got his mana boots, he's happy and stuff. Keeper of Light, level 14, I mean, like, take a look at the level difference right here. Anti-mage, of course, very much ahead. You know, he's level 5, level 22 on the Luna, of course, still has some experience to gain there, but the main difference is that the experience, even though it was very much in favor of the Radiant team, of course, of 25, it was only the anti-mage that had it. The levels of the heroes from 25, apart from that anti-mage, is still very low, so we did see the experience graph, of course, spiking up. But it's not enough, or at least not enough for the supports. It's not enough if you have it on one hero. In that sense, it is a bit more evenly spread on of course, Sven Hunters. And in terms of yeah, gold per minute, we also see the same thing there with Luna. I mean, yeah, she is not out farming the anti-mage, but that doesn't matter because also the Darkseer is farming nicely, and also the Clockwork's not doing that bad. Considering he is used to be compared with the other heroes that are here from 25, of course. So it's still, I mean, for 25, they're really banking on that one hero to carry them through. And yes, they now have a sheepstick on a Queen of Pain. Now, she's definitely the best semi-carrier that 25 has, and still has a lot of gold as well. But after using all her spells, she doesn't have that much attack damage anymore. So that is gonna be that, right? Because we have got, again, we're gonna see a smoke, I would believe. Chen has it, and they all group up. If they don't go for a smoke, well then they're wasting time. Nice drawings on the minimap in the meantime, also coming up from the Darkseer as they're gonna go different ways. Oh, where they got left behind. It's like, okay, I didn't understand properly that we're gonna go towards the bottom lane, and now he will go there as well. They all go into the Radiant jungle, but as you can see on the minimap, I mean, we can see that, but they can't. They won't fight anybody. Of course, their hope is kind of that Anti-Mage would be farming inside his own jungle, which he is, in a way, or was. Is now gonna go towards the shop. Ooh, is he gonna buy something? What's he gonna buy? No, he's not gonna. Damn it. Oh, and the finding an illusion. Yeah. I was gonna say. That was just, I mean, their hope is picking up Anti-Mage and then take the bottom lane. Basically that. But, yeah. I don't know. It's not gonna happen, as we have, again, I mean, this time 25 playing defensively again. They lost the last team fight and they realized, okay, you know what, we won our team fights when they were coming to us and when we were fighting in our own base. So maybe we should try that again. By the way, this barracks in the meantime all full to full XP again, though of course Luna now has a lot more DPS, and even now also with the Demon's Edge, he, and of course going for an MKB, so he cannot also go through that evasion the Anti-Mage has of his own butterfly. She will be able to pick up that Rax a lot faster, but again, Sven Hunter's not gonna go for it. Where are they gonna go? It's not gonna be Rosha, maybe it's gonna be their own top lane, where Queen of Pain and Rubik trying to farm a bit, trying to push the lane out slightly. As we have Ancients for Audio Dota again. 25, I mean this game could last a very long time. Could just last a very long time. As, well, I realized I should have done something, which I didn't do. Which wasn't really asked, but I could have done it, and then it would be better. Oh well, they have those things sometimes. Might be doing it after this game, but you know, as you might have noticed, this game is running quite late, which means that we'll have a game directly after this with no downtime whatsoever. As we are still watching 25 versus Sven Hunters to get those 3 points in StarLadder Season 4. To make sure that they are not in the bottom 4 of the ranking list, because if you're in the bottom 4, then your place in Star Series from StarLadder is not safe, and you might be dropping down towards the Pro Series, which is not where you want to be, because you want to be at the Star Series, because Star Series is where the big bucks are, even though the Pro Series also have money in the prize pool. Just saying. Darkseer picking up a Ghost Scepter. They realize Anti-Mage is the most dangerous person in the lineup for 25. So Ghost Scepters all the way. Well, Heaven's Halberd, disarm that Anti-Mage when you can. Also, of course, something that you can do against him. It's all gonna be building around countering that Anti-Mage, just like the Luna's going for an MKB. The Chen going for an Aghanim's. Well, he's not building towards fighting that Anti-Mage, but basically he's building towards a team fight, making sure that if the team fight lasts long enough, and in previous team fight, it definitely was long enough. It was, and it was, of course, time for 2 Hands of Gods. If he would have gotten that, that would have been also a help, even though that did end up winning that fight. Jakiro, in the meantime, also survival, and he actually got enough farm to also go for Sheepstick by the looks of it. Picked up a Ghost Scepter as well for himself. And Anti-Mage, gonna go for a heart, needs a heart, but he also needs an MKB, or someone does, to try and take down this Luna, because Luna is gonna be hitting like a complete truck, as after she's got her MKB, she's gonna be able to finish her static, and then basically she's done. She is done for. Well, not done for, she is just done with her inventory. She'll be fully farmed. And that's something that you don't see every day. Like Anti-Mage fully farmed, yeah, we see that. I mean, that's Anti-Mage, right? But that's, yeah, that's gonna be it. And then at the same time, I mean, the control from Sven Hunters is there, as in the control for the Anti-Mage, but the control on the other side, I mean, there is aggressiveness from the Earthshaker. He's gonna go for BKB next. He actually has enough gold for that one. Of course, he also wants to have a buyback, perhaps, or Roshan back up again. Smoke up. They find out that there's an Ogre Magi just holding guard here. And are they gonna do the drawing? Gonna go from the side? They are gonna go from the side, maybe. Keeper of Light wants to. Fuck. People just standing, waiting. Who is gonna go in first? There's of course a ward here. And everybody's missing from the map. So it's kind of obvious what the teams are doing right now. And they don't want to be echo slammed, so they have the positioning like perfectly aligned to make sure that that's not going to be able to happen. The smoke is worn off in the meantime, but the creeps don't see them still. Now they see it. Now they see it. They have been spotted, and they will go middle lane instead. And now they will force with that Sven Hunters to defend. Maybe if they continue going for this. MKB complete. What's she gonna sell? Selling the Helm of the Dominator is definitely not ideal, but maybe she's just gonna she's gonna drop it. I was gonna say selling it might not be good, but at least it will be good to defend it. In the meantime, though, tier 3 tower fortification goes off. Agents gets put up on Luna, and the barracks. Wow, the tier 3 tower is still getting arrested. Here comes the first one, though. It's gonna be Chewy, and they blink away instantly, knowing that they would not be safe anymore. But at least get some damage done onto that tower. But yeah, I was going through items. So Keeper of Light also mobility, but they don't have anything to shut down that Luna with. They don't have that sheepstick yet, apart from on the Queen of Pain, who's basically the only one who has farm next to the anti-mage. And again, standoff. As anti-mage decides, you know what, I don't want to have a standoff. I want to farm, because it's what I've been doing all game, even though if you look at his inventory, what is he gonna buy? He needs an MKB, or someone needs an MKB. Maybe the Queen of Pain will do it. Even though her farm, like I said, is not going to be as fast as the anti-mage. When you look at the gold per minute. Even anti-mage's one dropped slightly, but yeah, it's a big difference compared to her and the anti-mage. Even compared to her and the Luna. And we are going to see that one again, because net worth is the one we want to see. Come on. You can do it. They're smoking up. Of course, they want to pick up that anti-mage. Anti-mage now slightly overextended. He's going to have help from his team soon, though, but will be in time. There goes the Hex. Here comes the Flare as well. Can they get him before he's got his BKB? There is his BKB. Sonic Wave going through, but pipe is up. Vacuum back in. Werner pops his Blade Mail. Going to hope to get attacked, but so far nobody's doing it. Illuminate to go through. Luna looking for next target. It's going to be supports. That's one down. Rubik drops. Who is next? No blink. Oh, the hook will do it. That will do it indeed. And that's going to be 4-star forward from the Keeper of Light. Anti-Mage doing what he can before it blinks away again as well. Fisher stops everybody in his tracks, including the Luna, who hasn't used her BKB yet. And now without the Rubik, they might see their chances and might take the chances to go towards the bottom lane, go towards those barracks. Especially with the Luna. He has a BKB, he has his Aegis. He wants to die first before using his BKB, probably, because if you then get back up, you can still use your BKB and continue to fight. But will they do it? Will they just go head on, knowing that only the Rubik is down? I mean, the anti-mage is still here. Come on, fight! Please! Mechanism, rockets, Hex? No? Okay. Come on. You can do it. Cheese up on the clockwork. Come on. Illuminates, rockets, and they go up the high ground. Hello, barracks. Here comes the anti-mage blinking and forcing away Audio Doda. Ice Path locks Nexus in though. Can't do anything, can't chase anything, just can't stop the creep wave. Blink afterwards. Shiva's guard being used on the Queen of Pain. Has that one at least. Cocked. Oh, word though, getting still harassed. And there's the Heaven's Halberd, but the BKB gets popped again, and that is one down. Now Audio pops his own BKB. They want to go for this Eclipse being used. BKB still active on the anti-mage, so now it runs out. Illuminate to go through it. Will we Keeper of Light that still goes down? Double kill for Audio. Darkseer drops to the Queen of Pain, steals Queen of Pain, runs into an Ice Path. He's gonna have to blink away shortly, and now buybacks upon buybacks upon buybacks. It is the Keeper of the Light, the Earthshaker, and also the Darkseer that all buy back. Darkseer also now with boost of travel. Ice Path going through. Nexus gonna have to blink away again. Fisher going through. Shuey now in a lot of trouble. Has to be careful. Dual Breath going through. Now blink after away again from Nexus, making sure he's safe for now. And they're gonna get chased down. Everybody alive again on both teams. Both teams back on the bottom lane. 4-star forward on the Rubik, who's probably gonna go down here. Might not though. Might stay alive. He's actually gonna stay alive. But this again, a fight I have to say in favor of Sven Hunters. They had less buybacks used than their opponent team, and they were able to force their opponents away from them without taking any casualties that didn't have boots of travel. Everybody's got boots of travel apparently. And it's gonna be the barracks again that's gonna go down. Audio Dodo now locked inside. Still has his Aegis, of course. If he goes down, it's not that big of a deal. He won't have his BKB, however, because that one is on cooldown. We're not gonna get mana leaks. He's gonna eat one of the cogs away as he will try to stay alive for now as the Sonic Wave picks up the Jakiro. Vacuum back in with you. Audio back alive. Looking for targets to take down, but he is gonna get taken down. Cedar making a difference here. Luna dies, Chewie dies, and now Ghost Scepter up on the Chen, but he is stunned up. And he will probably die as well. 5 heroes now down on the side of Sven Hunters. And that is what fighting on a high ground brings you. Especially when you're not close to your base. And now they have to still buy back. Can they buy back? They only have a buyback on the Luna and the Jakiro. The Luna by herself might be able to make enough of a difference. As she of course still also got the Helm of the Dominator now. Might even... No, doesn't have enough gold yet to pick up her Satanic. But that's gonna be 25. There goes the buyback number 1. Will Luna buy back as well, or will she just be patient? No, there's the buyback. Tower will still drop though. Nexus. He's gonna pop the Man Cell soon. Ice Pet's gonna go through, not hitting on the Antimates though. He's just taking care of the creeps for now as the creep rate comes pushing in. No backdoor protection anymore now. Nexus doesn't care about heroes, just wants to go for the barracks. He doesn't care about Macropire. He goes, oh, Queen Bay goes for Blueberry Ninja. Blueberry Ninja drops again after buying back, and there goes the barracks. That is the first barracks to go down. The second one to drop as well. Only 4 more to go, as I'm apologizing for the cat sounds in the background. And it will be also the tier 3 tower to drop, and this might be a GG. Perhaps can Audio Dodo stay alive long enough, and that's gonna be him down again with no buyback this time. We're not gonna try to take him down as well. We're gonna try to get get away from this one. Darkseer wall being put up. Melee barrack drops, and they just go to work on the race barracks afterwards as the heroes are just running away from this anti-mate. It wasn't successful for Chewie because he goes down and the GG well played goes through. So it will be 25 taking on Sven Hunters, getting the 3 points for themselves after being at a deficit of 12k gold, 12k experience. But Anti-Mage, we see him again. We know why he was such a main pick, such a main ban for such a long time. And he proves that again. He is no longer, or he's not out of the picture yet. If the game goes on long enough, he can definitely make that difference. He's got 13k gold, what am I saying, 13k gold? Yes, I'm saying 13k gold. Okay, so that's gonna be that. My name is Sheever, I'm a Ghost Gamer Scots, and we'll have Navi versus El Pride after this one. Stay tuned, as we will be casting that shortly as well. And if you want to support me, subscribe to my YouTube, youtube.com/SheeverGaming. And we'll just jump ourselves into that game instantly because it's gonna start fairly soon. So thank you for watching, and be right back with Navi versus El Pride.